So, I'm recording the topic wrong place, wrong timings. That is there in every country, not just USA. And recently we heard a story, a Telugu Indian student died in Florida for iPhone. He lost his life. And let us pray for God that his soul rest in peace. And I also experienced a couple of stories. I want to share it here. And I bought a book in North Carolina when I was living there in Clayton town. So the book is nothing but America's 50 safest cities. And then I didn't complete the book. I read few chapters, and there are 343 not so safe and even downright dangerous cities. I don't recommend anyone to read this book. What I'm saying, I discussed with my friend in Edison and about this book. See, the earth is not safe, to be honest, and death is inevitable. We never know how it comes and we die, but we have to take precautions within our limits. That is one. And can you imagine in India a girl working in information technology in night shift, can she return home safely? Right? We have to introspect. Same thing. America is 100% safe as long as you take all precautions, but you never know what happens in this location and all, but you have to take precautions. One second, in India also, when I'm not sure of the year, one of my friends before they leave for Middle East, because I was the CNE guy, certified novel guy, so they took me to their houses to train them on all 7 papers to give their examinations, and then return while we were all coming from their houses to my place, or 2 guys were living in Banjara Hills those days, and they said, Kumar, don't stop your bullet bike. Anybody stops, because they stop and loot. Then I didn't stop. I was riding. In India also, some of the places are there wrong time and wrong timings. One. Second, when it comes to years 2009, one of my friends, he advised me, when somebody stop you on the street, whatever they ask you at gunpoint, give it everything, whether you are carrying office laptop or cash, whatever it is. So don't resist and don't fight, just give it, because life is important, our body is important. If that is gone, then everything is lost, right? So what is there, whatever they ask, you have to give it. One. Second point, in Silver Spring, Maryland, one of my colleagues at that time, he was ex-colleague, he was invited to his house, and it's close by, and I thought of if my project is going to be extended and a long project, or the recession is not hitting that hard, I thought of take appointment in the same complex. So anyway, I visited, and the very next day, his spouse and daughter getting down from the bus, and 4 guys, they stopped in front of the apartment complex. I'm saying, even the cop also, one of the cops living there in the apartments. So they put cigarette on the light on both the hands, and it burned, and they cried. And then he wants to go back to Chennai, because it's a Chennai based company, and they want to go back. I'm not sure after that. So it happens sometimes in front of the house also, right? It is not necessarily wrong timing, wrong places. You never know. In any foreign country, you have to be prepared for that before you board the flight. And after that, in 2009, when I moved to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, one of my roommate was a MS student. He completed and he got a job. He told one of his roommates in Texas, he was working in a part-time job in a gas station somewhere, And then somebody came in the middle of the night and asked for the cash at a gunpoint. Before he is bend and bring the cash counter out, he wants to give the cash basically, but he was misunderstood and they start firing, and then the bullets went into the abdomen of this student. And he was in coma, unconscious state for several months. One of his cousin came from India and then he accompanied with the patient. And later they both went to India. We don't know what happens after that. So these are the incidents happens. And when it comes to the boy in Florida, from my analysis, the friends who were residing with him, they might caution him. They should not walk in the middle of the night in new places. One second, I used to carry cash. Whoever stops at gunpoint to give it a money or whatever, and cell phone, whatever. If I lost the phone, like what is there? Will buy one more phone, right? If we lose life for phone, it's very tough. Not only phone, a watch or. And I was surprised when in India I also used to wear gold ring or whatever. But now I got fed up of all those. So we carry a lot of gold. We wear a lot of gold ornaments. That's not needed as per my knowledge, but it's individual. But see, what is there to expose, right? Anybody may take it. So those precautions you have to be careful, and on top of it, if you are entering to the new state, like for the map 50 states, you need to know what are the safe locations from the locals, friends. You have to live in those communities, and then you have to understand at what time you should go out and come back and all. I mean, as per my knowledge, I didn't face any kind of issues, but still I come across some minor instance, but it's okay. I mean, as long as you don't resist or fight and donate money, right? That is one. And like strip clubs and nightclubs, casinos, you go. I mean, I'm not saying again don't enjoy. What I'm saying is you enjoy, you go for parties, go with the friends, but don't break rules like driving without driving license, carry ID card. If cop stops, you need to show, right? That's one. And don't drive, drink and drive, and don't walk alone, or don't go for walk alone in the sense. And then after coming from the clubs or pubs, whatever. So you have to be very careful when you are in a foreign land and when you visit such places. I'm not saying don't visit. You enjoy, but you have to take the precautions. That's most important. Some people may follow or may not follow. It's secondary, but people can identify you. You are not from local. And people may need money, then they may ask. So you have to. So don't lose life for the sake of something else. That's what I want to. And a lot of stories I read in newspapers from Detroit, Michigan, and other locations. And I heard the case. That's why I referred to that city. A boy resisted, and then they start firing. So don't resist. That's what I want to say. And I just know I watched on one of the Telugu channels, ABN. They are criticizing USA, like 8 million H1Bs are living, 3 million green card and US citizens are living, and 20 million unofficial records illegal immigrants, out of which 10 million, 50% are Indians. So don't bother, don't worry, don't scared. But you have to be well aware of these things, wrong places, wrong timings, one. You have to be in limits. One. So today somebody posted very stupid racist comments. I'm not against India, I'm not against Indians. I watch Indians news across the globe. I'm against human rights violations. If any Indians get hurt, human rights violations in any country, I'm the guy first read and respond and then condemn it. That is one. And I support, encourage students to study in overseas, work in overseas, and go back. If you learn the change, bring the change. That is what I encourage. That is the core idea of making videos. But still, I don't know why Indians misunderstand many, especially from India and other nations. If you are watching, this is my first video. Please watch other 360 videos. Then you move forward. Don't judge any people just by watching one or two videos. Thanks for watching, and I wish you good luck for students in India and other nations, and MS students who are studying here, international students also. I wish them good luck, and yeah, be careful and do well. Thanks for watching this video.